Hi everybody, it's Amy, okay? Today is Saturday, August 27th, I hope you guys are having a good day right now as you are. Um so anyway, as most of you guys know, if you live in the state of North Carolina, if you're living in the city of Statesville, if you're living in the city of Statesville, or if you're living there right now in the city of, if you're living in the city of Statesville right now, or if you're living in the city of, um, or uh, or if you're living in the city of Salisbury or Asheville, or in the city of Raleigh, or in the city of Wilmington, and and if it if you're living in any of those places right now, I am here to tell you a story that everybody has been recognizing all these years now. And I hope you enjoyed. Okay, I'm not gonna read the entire. I'm not gonna read the actual paragraph of this picture, or the book, though. I'm just gonna tell it my own. Um, I'm just gonna mention it and tell it my own way, my own way. So, anyway, without further ado, everybody recognizes um um everybody all of you might recognize this picture. This is the picture of the Bostian train track bridge, um which is located in the city of Statesville right here. As you can see, I can hold it closer. This is the Bostian train track bridge of Statesville right here, which is located, in the city of Statesville, on Buffalo Shoals, Road, on Buffalo Shoals Road, okay, on Buffalo Shoals Road. Um, well, well, well. Anyway, everybody already knows about the story, the 1891 wreck, and well, everybody already knows the story and the legend of the Bostonian train track bridge and all that. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys listen. But anyway, so it was August 27th, 1891, when a westbound number 9 train was was uh was coming out of Danville, and Richmond, and 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 also the train was also making its way to its destination of Asheville. It was they were on their way to Asheville. They were on their way to Asheville, and and it and but as it was traveling, um um as it was traveling over Statesville, and through other places, but suddenly, but anyway, when it came upon Third Creek, which is, the where the other location is of Statesville is, when it came upon Third Creek, close to the Bostonian Bridge, as it crossed the bridge, the train had become the the train felt the passengers on the train felt a big bump, and 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 they felt it really good. Suddenly, the train jumped the tracks and derailed over the bridge, plunging into the creek, and it wrecked, and and the train fell. The train fell off the bridge. The train fell off the bridge, and it plunged into the creek, and 22 people out of and 22 people and hang on. Um uh uh um and 22 people out of 30, 22 people died in the accident, and including including that mother who had her daughter in her arms, who had her daughter in her arms, but her daughter drowned in the creek while the mother was hanging on to her. And as you can see right here, I can also hold this up closer too. As you can see right here, you see the train plunging off the bridge here. You see the train, plunging off the bridge here, and you see all the passengers dying right there. They were all dying, and they were all screaming and everything. But anyway, after the train wrecked, all the passengers aboard started screaming and everything, dying and wounded and moaning, and just they were in so much pain. They were in so much pain. They were in so much pain and everything. And but it was a terrible wreck here. It was a terrible wreck here. And here's another picture. Here's another picture of the Bostonian train wreck itself right here. And this is another picture. This is another picture of the wreck of Bostonian Bridge here. You see the train, you see the train, you see the train here, you see the train, you see the train, you see the train here. But anyway, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, okay, but and then, as the years went on, years after the accident, finally came with, years after the accident, years after the accident, years after the accident, finally came the ghost stories, and everything. But anyway, in 1941, a woman, in 1941, a woman and her husband were driving along Statesville, and they had a flat tire. They had a flat tire in the city of Statesville. The woman and her husband had a flat tire in the city of Statesville, and so the husband had to go get help, and his wife was his wife was in the car by herself, but but as but as but as his wife was sitting there, the woman heard a train whistle and a train coming down the railroad tracks, and and of course, the woman thought, that the woman had thought that it was a real train, but suddenly right before her very eyes, the train fell off the bridge. As it crossed the bridge, it plunged to the side of the creek and plunged off the bridge and fell off the bridge. It fell off the bridge, and the woman was and the woman, of course, saw it right in front of her. The woman watched and saw it occur right in front of her, and the woman, after that, ran to tell her husband what had just happened, and what had just happened, and there had been a wreck, and of course, that she had seen a train wreck and all of that. And when the woman saw when the woman saw a car approaching, it was her husband. Her husband was in the car with a stranger and everything, and the woman told the stranger and her husband that a terrible wreck had just happened, and so the woman and her husband, and including the man including the strangers that including the stranger that was in the car with her, all three of them ran down to the bridge to see what was down there. But then when they came upon the bridge, when they looked down, when they came upon the bridge and looked down, guess what? They saw nothing. Nothing was there. They saw nothing. There was no train. There was no wreck. Nothing was there. So guess what? All three of them, the husband and wife, including the man, ran back to the station. Ran back to the depot of Statesville, which is the train station itself, and they reported to, and so they decided to report it to the station, to the station master, and of course the station master had said there was no train due and there was no wreck that had occurred in the last few hours or so, but then after that, what came? But then after that, what came out of his mouth? What came out of his mouth after that? The man had said to the woman, the man had said to the man had said to the lady that 50 years ago there was actually something that had happened, and of course the station master did eventually tell the lady about the wreck that occurred back in 1891, and so the man told and so and so the man told the lady that 50 years ago a wreck did happen on the Bostian Bridge, and when the lady heard that, guess what? She screamed and fainted. The lady screamed and fainted, and realizing that this was actually the and realizing that this was and realizing that this was the actual train wreck that had happened 50 years ago back in 1891, repeating itself all over again. And then the lady and so guess what? The lady after all did in fact see a ghost train and a spirit and an apparition of the 1891 train wreck itself repeat itself all over again. So guess what? The train had been a ghost train. So yeah, so anyway, the woman fainted. The woman had fainted, so anyway, sorry, it's annoying. So anyway, guess what? The woman fainted and saw the ghost train, and all that. Years go by, and then years go by, and people have also reported the spirit of Hugh K. Leinster, the baggage master, who was actually a conductor on the train when it wrecked when it wrecked years and years ago, and also Hugh K. Leinster Hugh K. Leinster was a baggage master, and he had a gold watch. He had a gold watch, and he was carrying it, and Hugh K. Leinster, of course, was as I said, a conductor, and he had died in the wreck. And people have also reported, seeing his spirit at the boss. People, of course, at the Bostian Bridge have seen his spirit. People, of course, at the people, of course, at the Bostian Bridge have seen the spirit of Hugh K. Leinster himself. They see his spirit. They see his spirit. They also see his spirit, of course, appear every year, just like the ghost train. But anyway, Hugh K's spirit appears every year, just like today, and and also, just like today, the ghost train will appear today if you guys are lucky, if you go to Statesville tonight, or maybe even tonight too. So yeah, but so, and but anyway, but Hugh K. Leinster was a baggage master. He and he had and carried he had and carried that gold watch with him, and but anyway, but Hugh K's spirit appears on the anniversary also. Okay, so anyway, but but anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that. But anyway, anyway, years went by, and more ghostly sightings were appearing too, and there was a lady that got her foot tangled in one of the areas of the bridge or the tracks or whatever, and the woman had escaped with no injuries, no death whatsoever. But the woman was the woman got her foot tangled in the bridge, but then after that, when the woman was stuck on the bridge, the woman heard a train whistle in the distance, and I think either heard the train wreck or whatever, but anyway, but this happened to her. Okay, but this also happened to her. This happened to her too, but also the apparition of the phantom train, but also the apparition of the Bostonian train track, the apparition of the phantom 1891 wreck itself, it also appeared to her. It also appeared to her. It also appeared to her when the lady's foot got when the lady's foot got tangled. But anyway, but the lady was but anyway, the lady was able to make it out alive with no injury, whatsoever. So that was another thing that happened. Anyway, but anyway, but yeah, yeah, now we move on to our next title. We move on to our next thing. Years go by, and and the ghost sightings and the ghost stories kept on happening and all that, but anyway, now we move on to the now we move on to the part that everybody has been wanting to hear about and all that, but I hope you're ready for this, but anyway, you guys may want to know that I know a lot of you people still want to go to Statesville, and I know a lot of you people still want to go to Statesville and see the Bostonian Bridge and all that. Well, what you're about to hear is what I want you to know and all that, but when you go to the Bostanian Bridge, you guys need to be careful when you're out there, and you guys, if it if you're if you're a person who is wanting to see, it if you're a person that wants to see the apparitions and see the spirits, see stuff in the spirit world and all, see stuff in the spirit world and witness all, and witness the spirits and all that. Well, guess what? You guys need to be aware and be mindful, what you're getting yourselves in. You guys need to be mindful and be careful, and not, but anyway, I gotta tell you something here. It's okay, so I'm sorry guys, I'm running out of breath. I'm running out of breath here. It's okay, but anyway, when our years started to come, when all of us started to come, but anyway, in the year of 2010, in the year of 2010, there was about 10 to 12 ghost hunters that came out to the Bostanian Bridge, and they were making their way right in this area, and they were walking out here. They were walking right in this area on the Bostanian train track bridge itself. Anyway, but 10 to 12 ghost hunters came out to the Bostanian Bridge, and also after hearing the ghost stories, and after hearing after hearing what everybody else had saw, what everybody else had heard and seen, after what everybody else had heard and seen over their years growing up, and after what everybody had seen over their years and all that, anyway, there was actually 10 to 12 ghost hunters, and including two of them, a man and a lady, who actually was a man and a lady who was actually in a relationship, who was actually in a relationship and boyfriend and girlfriend, and the man and the lady were actually boyfriend and girlfriend, and so they they had decided to come out to the Bostanian Bridge to hopefully see the apparition, and um, to 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 hopefully see the apparition and hear the haunting and hear the haunting sounds and see something and hopefully and 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 also see something out of the spirit world, out of the spirit world and all that. And they were also hoping to catch a glimpse of the ghost train and to see and to see if history would repeat itself as it would come back to life, as it would come back to life and repeat itself all over again. So all of them were like, where were they? Oh, right there. Right up there. Yeah. All of them, all of the ghost hunters were right there, and standing right there and everything. And then, it was then like a minute later, one of the ghost hunters, one of the ghost hunters thought they heard a noise or something like a rumble, like a noise, coming right behind them, coming to them, or whatever it was, but anyway, one of them had thought that they heard something like a rumble, but as the train got closer, but as the train got closer, they were thinking that it was actually, what they were thinking and hoping what it was, they were thinking and hoping that it was what they were hoping for. They were thinking and hoping that it was what they were wanting to see, but it turned out not to be. As the train got, but actually a train did appear to them. But as the train, but as the train got closer, realizing it was a northern southern train, it realizing it was a northern, realizing that it was a real train and a northern southern train barreling towards the group and heading straight for them. So as the train got closer, they but at first they did not run. They did not run at first, but but when the train did come closer, when it did come closer, then that was when all of them that that but but as the train did come closer, that was when all of them took off running. So all of them so all the ghost hunters immediately turn around. So all the ghost hunters, all of the ghost hunters on the track, all of the ghost hunters on the tracks turned around and started running, and everybody in the group, everybody else in the group had made it back to the city of Statesville, except three of them. Except for three of them, another person, except for three of them, another person, and the two main ones, the lady and the man, the first one was so scared that he jumped off the bridge and everything. He jumped off, and was injured, was injured after he jumped off and all that. So the first person was injured after he jumped off, and that had left the lady and the man running for their lives, realizing that they were not going to make it. And so the man had no choice. The lady was slow. The lady was, slow, and she was not fast enough. But the lady was slow. The lady was slow, and she was not fast enough. But her boyfriend, her boyfriend stayed with her the entire time and stayed at her pace and everything. And trying to help her, but as I said, the lady was not going to be, making it either. But that was, and so that was when, her boyfriend, that was when her boyfriend turned around so fast and looked at her. That was when her boyfriend turned around so fast and looked at her. As he looked at her, and hugged her and kissed her, and then pushed her off right there, pushed her off and pushed her down right there after he saved her life and all that. And then after that, he shouted, "I love you." So, and then after that, the train came up to him. The train came up to him, and he was run down. He was hit. He was run down. He was hit. He was run down, and he was hit and killed by the upcoming train. He was killed. He was killed. He was killed. He was hit and killed by the upcoming train, and and just and just, you know, died. And he died right there. He died right there. Or her boyfriend died right there, right on those tracks, after his body was thrown off after being hit by the train. And and his body was thrown off the tracks after he was hit by the upcoming train, so sadly and so suddenly and all that. It was said that the lady and the person that was injured was airlifted by a helicopter. It was said that his girlfriend. It was said that his girlfriend and the person that it was said that his girlfriend and the person who was also injured, both of them were transferred over to the both of them were transferred over to the Charlotte Hospital and Medical Center, where they were treated for their injuries and all that, where they were being treated by their injuries and all that. And so 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 the so 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 the lady and the other person were airlifted by the helicopter, by a helicopter, and transferred over to the Charlotte Hospital and Medical Center, where they were treated where they were being treated by their injuries and all that. And but as of the rest of them, but as anyway, but the rest of the ghost hunters, they were finally they were finally able to make it out alive without being hit, and also without being injured too. The rest of the ghost hunters made it. The rest of the ghost hunters, they were able to make they were able to make it out alive without being hit, without being injured. But I just wanted to let you guys know that what happened with all that. Well, you may want to know something, okay? And this is why I've been wanting to say this. I'm sorry that I'm talking so slow and stopping, because I'm out of breath. It's okay though. It's fine, okay? But anyway, but this is what I've been wanting to say to everybody on YouTube. If you're watching this, if you're watching this, and if you're watching this, you may want to know what this you may want to know about this person that was killed up there. You may want to know that this person was killed up there, and I just wanted to let you guys know this, I can tell you what his name was. I can tell you what his name was. Um, I know a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys heard about this and heard about him, but 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 those of you but those of you who did not know those of you who did not know what his name was, well, guess what? The ghost hunter's name, the ghost hunter's name was Christopher Kaiser. Christopher Kaiser was his name, okay? Um, Christopher Kaiser was the ghost hunter that was killed up there, and that's what his name was, okay? That's what his name was, okay? Christopher Kaiser, that was his name, okay? That was his name though, okay? That was his name though, okay? But I just wanted to let you guys know this. Um, I'm gonna do a part 2 video. I had to put some chapstick on me, but I just wanted to. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, yeah. Um, um, um. I'm gonna do a part 2 video about Christopher Kaiser. After I put my chapstick on. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just and click off for a minute, and I'll be back, okay? But be sure be sure to ring that bell and give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to watch this video. It's going to be on YouTube. Be sure to watch this video. It's going to be on YouTube. I hope you like it. Ring that bell, and give this video a big thumbs up here, okay? And also be sure to subscribe. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys. And I will see you guys with and I will see you guys back with part 2 of Bostanian Bridge here, okay? Okay, bye. Bye.